to press the government to ensure that they get at least 4 hours minimum care every day.
I want to thank you for having come to Queen's Park today. I know that it is not easy coming here, but I want you to realize that by your action, by coming here today, you are speaking really, really loudly. You have succeeded on shining a light on long-term care. Not an easy task. For years and years, most people did not even know that long-term care existed, never mind that we had such deep problems with it. You have succeeded in shining a light on long-term care, and everybody who heard your message agreed with you that we need 4 hours of hands-on care. So last November, we put the bill forward for second reading.
Thank you!
You're welcome. You had done the work, you had spoken to your MPP, and it worked. Every members from every party that got up all spoke in favor. When it came time to vote, they all voted for 4 hours of hands-on care.
Time to care.
So what do we want? What do we want?
Now.
What do we want?
Time to care.
When do we want it?
Now.
Right on.
Hi, I'm Karen Vaughan from United Food and Commercial Worker 175. I'm a registered nurse in long-term care for 25 years. I have a decent employer and I belong to a really awesome union. Care in long-term care is rushed. Nobody can dispute this. PSWs are very hard-working, dedicated people. To be honest, my shifts would be totally disorganized if it weren't for the PSWs that I work with. I work with great people. I am proud to work with each and every one of them every day. We work hard to ensure that the residents' needs are looked after. The faces of residents in long-term care is changing. We are getting more complex care. We are getting younger people, people with traumatic brain injuries, people with mental health issues and addictions. We no longer just look after the elderly. We are providing post-op care after surgeries to our residents. Residents can be treated with IVs and PICC lines. Even the way we looked at performing palliative care is changing. It's becoming much more complex. There's a strong push now that residents from long-term care don't be transferred to the hospital. Having a minimum standard of 4 hours of care per resident per day would help us deal with treating and caring for the residents on their individual care needs. In long-term care, we deal with violence or threats of violence nearly every day. It is so common that many don't even report it. It's accepted as a part of what we do. Many of our residents have some sort of cognitive impairment, such as Alzheimer's disease or dementia. These people misunderstand things, which can lead to responsive behaviors, such as lashing out and hitting. They pick up on PSWs being overwhelmed and in a rush. They react to the chaos and noise in their environment. We can't rush these people. You need to take time and explain what is happening, and you need to watch their body language. You may need to stop care when they become resistive and return many times throughout the day to complete the care. I believe that having 4 hours of care per day will help our residents and our personal support workers have a safe workplace. I believe it will decrease the incidence of aggression towards the PSWs because they'll be able to take the time that is needed to monitor, assess, and deal with those residents who can become aggressive. There would be better monitoring of residents with violent tendencies, more documentation of these incidents, and better care planning. With a minimum standard of 4 hours of care per day, we can provide better care. It would give the PSWs an opportunity to read the residents' care plan that they're responsible to follow. It's funny to me that we make these really good care plans and the PSWs don't have an opportunity to read them. How are they supposed to know the personal plan of care that has been set out for the resident? With more time to provide care, there would be stronger mobility programs toiling regimes, positioning programs, and those residents with behaviors would have better care because there'd be enough time to manage their behaviors. These would only be a few of the improvements in long-term care. The residents who live in long-term care and the healthcare workers who care for them deserve this. My union, UFCW 175, support, along with all of you, the need for a minimum standard of care of 4 hours per day per resident. It'll improve the life of Ontario residents in long-term care, and it'll improve the work life of our healthcare workers.